Hello, I'm Rajesh. Welcome to Eravalli IT Simplified. So in this video, I will cover the VirtualBox networking part and Ubuntu SSH server. So mastering in the configuration and secure remote access for your virtual machines. Quick recap. So in the previous video, I have installed Ubuntu server and VirtualBox. As a continuation in this session, we will focus on the configuration, SSH and setting up the network inside both VirtualBox and Ubuntu. Let's get started and see the steps in action. This is the VirtualBox console. So I prepared everything, Ubuntu server and everything. So 3 versions I have prepared here for the demonstration. You can also find and see my previous videos how to install Ubuntu server in VirtualBox. So go to YouTube and find my channel. There you can find it. VirtualBox networking modes and overview. So VirtualBox offers 3 primary networking modes that fundamentally change how your virtual machines communicate with the outside world. So NAT, host only, and bridge networking each serve different purpose and security requirement. So understanding this mode is essential for proper SSH configuration and remote access. So apart from this, there are another 2 or 3 modes also available, but that is not in a mandatory further configuration. This is the global configuration. You can go tools and network. So these are the host only networks and NAT networks where the customization option is available. You can manage, you can create the host only and networks, NAT networks here. Apart from these network modes, you cannot manage anything. Per VM, if you go details and settings, network, here many modes available for the assignment to the VM box: NAT, bridge, internal, host only, NAT network. So all models and modes network available here to be assigned to the network to the guest machine. So the models also is available, another 2 models. Internal network quite related to the host only network, but some advanced feature available in the host only network. Same like NAT network also is available. It will provide internet access along with the VM communication NAT network that you can manage in the VirtualBox. But NAT mode you cannot manage in the VirtualBox. NAT network address translation. How it works? VM shares host IP address using VirtualBox internal NAT engine for outbound connections. This main NAT network address translation is default mode, provides instant internet access without network configuration or security risk. So VM unreachable from host without port forwarding rules. Require additional setup for SSH to be connected from host machine. So this is a default mode where VirtualBox engine will provide to the guest machine. It will provide for the internet access to the guest machine. So we cannot manage from the GI mode, this configuration. We cannot customization for this NAT mode. See settings and go for network. There is a NAT is there, we cannot customize. We can just assign to the interface to the guest machine. As soon as we can assign, the default IP address and internet access will provide to the guest machine. Port is required to access from host machine. Host only network mode. This is another network mode purely for internal access. Provide network connections. These are for isolation virtual network segment exclusively between the host communication, between the VM communication and also host communication. You need to configure host only network. No internet access will be provided for this network mode. So network by default and completely isolated environment. The IP assignment also we receive IP address from the VirtualBox DHCP server in dedicated subnet, what we have created on what we have customized from the VirtualBox console. The same IP address you will get to the host machine. See here. Settings, network. Same kind, you can assign host or network to the guest machine. Between the VMs, there is the communication. Also from host to guest machine, you have the communication. We can customize here as per our requirement, host configuration, networking settings. The DHCP you can assign, you can give range here, what the range you need to assign each and every VM box. So where secure VM host communication required without external network exposure. So bridge networking. Bridge is always evergreen. So there is a direct connection available. So VM connects directly to the physical network through the host network adapter. And also DHCP integration. VM obtain IP address from DHCP server as a host. Like same how the machine host machine will get an IP address, the same thing from router directly the guest machine will get an IP address as a bridged networking mode. It's a fully visibility, separate device on LAN and accessible by the other network. It's the best choice to use very applications and servers like an independent machine on your network. The bridge machine already I have prepared here. You can see the settings here. Network and bridge. Yeah, there is a bridge to be assigned directly to the as an interface the guest machine. Network mode comparison. This is a beautiful comparison. NAT mode, host only and bridge mode. So NAT is completely hidden behind the host IP with the port. Forwarding required for inbound access. It's the most secure and internet access included in that. So complex for SSH because you need port forwarding setup. Host only. Private network segment with a direct host and VM communication and also between the VM communication. Isolated environment, easy SSH access, no internet by default. Bridge is always evergreen. As I said, the device on your physical network like independent machine, full network access, visible to all devices, but risk is higher because it is exposed to the outside. This is a beautiful chart I can prepare for you. I prepared for you because of this reason. You can understand easily. So every VirtualBox modes available here and VM2 communication, what the modes communication, what the no means it cannot. Yes means it can communicate. Where port forwarding is really required to able to establish a communication from your host machine or maybe your LAN machine. Just see the picture, you can understand easily. Setting up an SSH server. So you can go for the SSH server installation in the VirtualBox Ubuntu server. apt-get update is always command to update repository packages and also install OpenSSH server by putting in a Y. Yes. Enable services and startup mode from the boot prompt. This is the default installation guide. You can prepare it. Yeah, I'll show you one thing in the demo access in the NAT mode how to install SSH server. You can find the IP address from there. Get the package repository as I said. Install OpenSSH server. Yes. Authenticate. See, almost is completing the process. Yeah, it has completed. Just check the status. No, it is not running. Start the service. Enable the service from the boot. Now everything is running and up and running. Now installation process is completed. SSH server. How to install? So how to see the process? This is the SSH configuration for security, essential for SSH security settings. What you need after installing SSH server, because it's completely can accessible from remote machine. Take the console control. You can also put some security settings in SSHD configuration file. Always it's a mandatory to change but default port to some other port, and permit root login also no. Disable root login. Password authentication. Allow password auth is initial mode. Password authentication, key authentication public keys. So these are settings you need to check in the SSHD configuration for privacy and security and access from remotely, very secure. This is a port where you can change. This is authentication. This is a permit root login. So everything you need to consider and find the details as per the process, and you can change it. Save and exit. So it's a demo purpose network and a specific SSH connections methods. So all the NAT, host and bridge, each and every one, how it will connect from remote machine like host machine. I'll show you a small practical lab. First we need to pick it up the NAT mode machine. As I said, there is no any between the LAN communication. You need to enable port forwarding setup like this. Already configured. The port 42 is from host, from where you can access. The guest port is default 22. So you can access using 42 from host machine. Because NAT is by default no access from host machine like this. Yeah, you can find the username and localhost -p is the parameter we can put to access. Yeah, by from host machine. The user, localhost and p 42. Password. Yeah, now the system got connected. See, the IP is also same. So NAT like this you can connect NAT mode guest machines by changing the port forwarding settings. Now go to the host connections. Yeah, find the IP address and find the username, the IP address, and you can just check it out. Go to the virtual and host mode, select. Yeah, already I enabled the network, host network. Yeah, what is the IP address already is taken, right? 192 series 56.4. It is the host network what we have configured in the VirtualBox. If some reason the IP has not taken you can find the interface here, enp08s8. You can edit in the network configuration file like this, enp8s8. You can put it as like a DSCP, or maybe you can also edit in a static IP address instead of putting the DSCP. That also you can configure. If some reason the IP has not taken, if config already is there, yeah, connect from the host machine. Username and username, enter the yes and password. Now it's get connected. If config 56.4 host machine like this, you can connect directly from your host machine to guest machine without any port forwarding settings. Bridge connection, you can find the directly IP address What is the IP address taken from your lab? Config 19.159 is the bridge IP address what I have configured in my lab. Yeah. You can configure like this if not taken anything. The interface, after you find the interface, you can edit and configure here if the IP address is not taken. Yes. So 192.168.19.159 is the bridge IP address that you can check it out from your host machine. SSH. Let's get connected. If config 19.159, the IP also same machine is. So troubleshooting, maybe some reason after you enable and configure you securing every machine, sometimes you cannot access to the guest machine. So in that kind, you can check firewall UFW and restart SS services and see the options VirtualBox networking mode and firewall settings and restart services. So you need to see and check the some troubleshooting minor settings if the system not get connected. Key the takeaway is best practice. Always network mode ISO selection. Choose based on your requirement and security access needs. Host only for development and bridge for production like scenarios. SSH security first. Always configure SS security. Disable root login. Consider key-based authentication for production environment. Verify SSH connectivity after configuration changes. Document your need and network settings for future reference and everything you can troubleshoot. So thank you. If you found this video very helpful, please like and share and comment. I really IT Simplified. Bye.